this is Justine. Are you getting this, Jack?
Yes, Charlotte, I am. A cannibal has just rejoined society from the Donner Party. He claims that he had no other way to survive. What do you make of that?
I think that maybe it's true. Yet next time, don't get stuck in the snow in winter, huh? Anyway, well, speaking of traveling west, we have another story. Jack?
Yes, I'm with the wagon train that contains the Sagers, but their parents have died. I heard that the other members of the wagon train are planning to help them get to Oregon, where the Whitmans will adopt them.
Did you know that William Becknell opened the Santa Fe Trail, which led from Missouri to Santa Fe, where it was thought that traders could get rich? Sadly, when Becknell tried to travel back, he had to take a different route through a desert where they ran out of water. They had to lop off their mules' ears and kill their dogs so that they could drink the animal's blood, at least until they found a stream.
That's disturbing. Why didn't they just, dig down for water? The silliness. It's disturbing.
No, what's disturbing is the fact that a mountain man, Jediah Smith, had led an expedition, then got attacked by a 500-pound a grizzly bear.
Not to interrupt or anything, but what's a mountain man?
I'm glad you asked. They were the original men who went west and made it possible for pioneers to move west. They trapped small animals like beavers to trade and met up once a year due to the Rendezvous system created by William Henry Ashley.
Oh, I remember them. Didn't that system help them get supplies and stuff like that? Yes, it did. Yeah, and it had to deal with that thing called, what was it called again? Make fate or something like that?
It's manifest destiny. It's the idea that our country was destined to stretch from the east coast of the United States to the west coast, or the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, from sea to shining sea.
I still think make fate is a better name for it. Anyway, while we're on the discussion of moving west, what did the women do? I know many came, but they had to have had a role somewhere.
Women did play an important role in the trails going west and helped the men by creating fires and dealing with the food on the travels. And when they arrived in places such as California, the women made hotels for the men to stay in. This was an effective way for the women to get some money.
Yes, and it also helped the men to survive places that did not offer as much shelter. It meant their life was better than it could have been, although there were still many, many deaths.
Life on the trails was difficult, and many people died due to many reasons, such as disease, snakes, river crossings, starving, winter, to name a few.
Why would people even travel west then? There are so many ways that an individual could get hurt. I can't imagine that their life was good at all, really.
People traveled west so that they could claim new land and follow the idea of manifest destiny, as previously mentioned. Other people traveled west to buy land and sell smaller parts at a higher value, or to find jobs and escape people to whom they owed money. As one Boston newspaper recorded, the, or- the Oregon fever has broken out and is now raging.
Who else moved west? I remember something about these people, the morning people or something. They also opened the morning trail.
They would be the Mormons, and they moved west for religious reasons and religious freedom. They did this so that the other Americans wouldn't bother them.
Oh yes, I remember now. They saw some Mormon practices as immoral and ended up killing the leader. The next leader, Brigham Young, moved them to Utah so they could follow their faith in peace.
And that trail you mentioned, the Mormon Trail, branched off of the Oregon Trail and led to Utah, which was still owned by Mexico at the time.
I remember the Oregon Trail. It was the most popular trail west at the time, leading to Oregon. It's also the name of a game. Anyway, I remember that there were five other trails that also led west. Weren't they the California, Gallia, Old Spain ish, Mormon, and Santania Fe?
Close. It's California, Gila, Mormon, Old Spanish, and Santa Fe. They each started and ended in different places, but they all went west into the new land.
Yes, yet eventually they were replaced by the Continental Railway, the death of the trails.